A year ago, in early December of 2024, WKYT Investigates started reporting on professional leave within Fayette County Public Schools, the travel and trips taken by educators and administrators for career development. In the months that followed came a projected budget deficit, a failed tax hike, and calls for resignations. But throughout, we have kept a close eye on this year's spending. So take a look at this. We have noticed a steady decrease in professional leave expenses. Now, in this graph, you'll notice that at peak of $402,000 out the door at just one board meeting in May of 2024. That number bottomed out in October of this year with $22,000 spent all in. The red flag started last December with our investigations. Then came a school board vote to hike taxes in late May. Days later, the Attorney General ruled that vote violated state law. In September, lawmakers summoned Superintendent Dr. Demetrius Liggins to Frankfort to answer questions. Some lawmakers called for his and School Board Chair Tyler Murphy's resignations. When looking at the general fund specifically, you can see $120,000 was approved in February of 2024. There has been a steady decline since February of this year. And we also want to point out that $0 have come from the general fund for professional leave at the last 4 consecutive school board meetings.